What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Dominic Rich Show. In this episode, I'll be bringing you the 2018-19 UEFA Europa League quarterfinals and semifinals draw reaction. So sit back and stay tuned. Anyways, enough for the dramatics, guys. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dominic Rich, man. I brought to you the Champions League draw reaction earlier today, and I think my team, Manchester City, got a really kind draw. You know, Dinamo Zagreb was a team I followed in this season's UEFA Europa League, but we got knocked out. So I retired the Dinamo shirt for the Europa League videos. It has to be retired because we are not in the competition anymore, unless I'm talking about the UEFA Youth League, where Dinamo is still participating. I was actually going to grab my Chelsea shirt from last season, but I'm like, you know what? I don't want to confuse the newer fans who might think I'm also a Chelsea fan or something like that. But I usually used to wear the other, jerseys to just for, dramatics and, for theatrics. So I figured I'll stick to the City jersey since I had it on already. But anyways, let's get into the draw reaction. As you guys should know, this season UEFA switched up their draw procedures where they will do the quarterfinal and the semifinal draws at the same time. And we will know, it's like a bracket system. And someone did ask me on the Champions League video, how do we know who will be the home team in the semifinal? Well, it is right there. I'll let you know that as well. I'm going to learn from not mentioning that in the last video there. But anyways, let's talk about the UEFA Europa League. Okay, we have Napoli. Napoli playing Arsenal. Remember, Napoli got the better of Red Bull Salzburg, winning them in the first leg, but coming back, to lose a second leg. But they did have an extra goal, which was an away goal. And, they had more goals than Red Bull. So they won the tie 4-3. And they will face Arsenal. So that's a marquee clash in the quarterfinals right there. These two teams are favorites to win the competition along with Chelsea, in my opinion. So this is a big clash. This is a big clash. Arsenal, who was defeated by Rennes in the first leg 3-1 and then came back 3-0, at home at the Emirates, doing a switcheroo of what Red Bull and Napoli did to each other. Arsenal are here under Unai Emery, the man who has won the Europa League the most times, I think, as a manager. So he has the know-how to win this competition. It will be a mouth-watering contest. If I have to do an early prediction, I'm going to go for Arsenal. I'm going to back Arsenal here, not because they're an English Premier League team and that's the league I follow. It's just that Napoli somehow will find, a way to screw things up. Even though, their boss Carlo Ancelotti knows how to win major trophies as well. So I'm going to go with Arsenal there, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, to pull out the Black Panther mask and, treat the fans with some, good celebrations there. Then, next fixture, Villarreal okay, I forgot to mention, I also want to do this. I also want to mention that Napoli is second in the Serie A right now behind Juventus. They will not win the Scudetto. They are way behind Juventus, almost 20 points. And Arsenal are currently 5th, I think, in the Premier League. Are they 5th or are they 4th? I think they're 4th right now, I think, if I'm not mistaken, ahead of United and Chelsea. So Arsenal are 4th. So both teams, Napoli will be in the Champions League next season, but Arsenal, they're not sure. So they want to win this competition. Okay, on to the next fixture, the next tie. Villarreal of Spain, the Yellow Submarine, versus Valencia, also of Spain, the Murciélagos. If you guys don't know, Murciélago means bat in Spanish. You can see the bat on top of their, team badge, their crest. And this is an all-Spanish affair. Right now, Villarreal are struggling in La Liga in 17th. They're, staring down the throat of relegation. So they would probably want to get knocked out of this competition to focus on not getting relegated into the second division. Valencia, on the other hand, are currently 7th, doing a lot better, even though they had a lot of draws this season. They were in the Champions League, and, you know, they're now contesting, you know, the Europa League quarterfinal. Also, Napoli did come down from the Champions League as well. Forgot to mention that. But anyways, back to the Villarreal versus Valencia clash. To be completely honest, I did not do any research in terms of when Villarreal and Valencia met, who actually won those fixtures, or, you know, a head-to-head history of both teams. But this season, Valencia seems like the more informed team. So I'm going to give Valencia the edge here, you know. Even though for Villarreal, you know, Carlos Bacca, Gerard Moreno, you know, Santi Cazorla, Chuck Woozy, you know, these guys have been, you know, buzzing a bit. But still, the league position is like kind of surprising to me. But Valencia, I think, are the most solid team with, you know, Rodrigo and, you know, Cheryshev and who else plays over there? Danny Parejo. You know, the team is a bit more solid. I think we have Kondogbia plays there, I think. So the team is a bit more solid. Is Kondogbia still at Valencia? But, or is he with... I can't even remember. There's so many things to remember. But I'm going to go for Valencia here to move on to the semi-final. So those teams are on the same bracket. The Napoli, Arsenal, and the Villarreal versus Valencia. If Napoli or Arsenal wins, they will be the home team in the first leg. And if Villarreal or Valencia wins their tie, they will be the away team in the first leg. Note that, the first leg, guys. So, on the other side of the bracket, we have Benfica. Benfica, who defeated Dinamo Zagreb, you know, 3-1 on aggregate. They will face Eintracht Frankfurt, who defeated Inter Milan 1-0 on aggregate. I did forget to mention who Villarreal and Valencia knocked off, but I'll move on to that. You guys know who it is. Google it if you're not, you don't remember. I'm sorry, but there's so much information to process right now that I'm going off the top of my head, guys. Come on, give me a break. You know, so Benfica of Portugal, they're currently top of the Liga NOS table, level on points with Porto. So they might be in the Champions League next season, but they don't want to, you know, it's not guaranteed. It's definitely not guaranteed with teams like, you know, Braga on their necks, you know, Sporting always in the picture as well. Eintracht Frankfurt, I think they're currently 5th in the Bundesliga. You know, they're looking to grab a Champions League place over there. But they would want to win the Europa League to make sure that you know, that is for sure, for real. They have been awesome this season. You know, one of the breakout teams of the season. They had a perfect, you know, tally in the group phase. You know, one of the only teams to do so, I think, with Red Bull Salzburg. So they are forced to be reckoned with. They are the only German team left in this season's competition as well. So Germany needs them to perform well. Benfica, from what I saw versus Dinamo Zagreb, they have very, very good potential. Very good players, quality players in there. Jonas, Pizzi, you know, Ferros, who scored that really, really good goal. Grimaldo, João Felix, you know, Faisa, you know, Ruben Diaz, Andre Almeida, the Greek goalkeeper. The list goes on. I might be forgetting a few names, but the list goes on. Frankfurt with Sebastian Haller, you know, Luka Jovic, who has been, you know, breakout, you know, star this season for them. Ante Rebic, you know, guys like Jonathan de Guzman, you know, Jetro Willems, and so on and so on. You know, Pacienza, who's also a Portuguese player. The team is good. The team is good. But, you know, my predictions for this one, guys, early predictions. I know the Benfica fans might say I'm against Portuguese teams, and Hunter of Liars might say that again. But I'm going to go for Eintracht here. I want to see Eintracht do well. To be honest, I want to see Eintracht do well. I think Benfica should try to focus on the Liga NOS trophy, you know, and it will be good for them if they actually get knocked out of this competition. The next one, Slavia Praha, man. Ooh, Slavia Praha. They defeated Sevilla, guys. I think it was like 6-5 on aggregate. That was a high scoring affair. You know, the game went to extra time and they scored 2 extra time goals. Sevilla scored 1 extra time goals after it ended 2-2, like it did in the first leg ended, I think 3-3 or something. I can't even quite recall, but it was a high scoring affair. Slavia Praha of the Czech Republic, currently on top the Czech league, playing Chelsea, who brushed aside Dynamo Kiev. It was an 8-0 affair on aggregate. Chelsea had it really, really easy. Chelsea currently a 6th in the EPL and they need the Europa League badly. You know, if you think Arsenal needs it, Chelsea need it badly, because Arsenal could clinch a top 4 spot, but Chelsea, they're definitely in jeopardy of missing out. Even though, you know, the points tally between 3rd and 6th isn't, you know, really big. But Chelsea needs it. Maurizio Sarri under a lot of pressure. The team has a star-studded lineup, and I don't know what happened. They started off the season so well, and I don't know what happened. But in the Europa League, they have been freaking damn awesome. I don't think they have lost a single game in the Europa League this season. Olivier Giroud up there with 9 goals, 2nd in the goal-scoring charts. You know, I think behind Wissam Ben Yedder, he should surpass Ben Yedder because Sevilla got knocked out already. In this clash, I'm going to go for Chelsea, though. You know, I would love to see Slavia Praha, you know, do the unlikely and, you know, defeat Chelsea as an underdog, as one of the dog horses left in the tournament. But I think Chelsea are going to get the job done. You know what I mean? Eden Hazard, Giroud, Willian, Pedro, you know, N'Golo Kante, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Callum Hudson-Odoi has been awesome this season. You know, Ross Barkley. You have Jorginho, not such a good season for him, even though he's been scrutinized after he refused to come to City. You know, David Luiz, Rudiger, you know, Emerson, and Marcos Alonso, Cesar Azpilicueta, Kepa Arrizabalaga, you know, with his whole shenanigans there in that game versus, you know, City. But Chelsea is a star-studded lineup. They should win this fixture. Guys, the winner of the Benfica Frankfurt clash will play host in the first leg to Slavia Praha Chelsea fixture. So they will be away in the first leg. So they basically have the advantage because they have the, you know, the home leg in the second leg. They will be at home, and it's always an advantage to be at home in the second leg, in my opinion. The winner of, you know, that side of the bracket will play, you know, the other side of the bracket. So we will have Napoli, Arsenal, Benfica, Frankfurt. One of them will play Villarreal, Valencia, Slavia Praha, or Chelsea in the finals. I would love to see an Arsenal versus Chelsea final, an all-English affair. It could just happen, you know, like that. Or we could see Napoli making it to the final. Anybody could make it to the finals right now. It's a Europa League. You know, it always spring up a lot of surprises. Guys, for some tidbits. I have some tidbits for you. Napoli's goalkeeper David Ospina was at Arsenal between 2004 and last summer. So a lot of the players are actually used to play for, you know, some of these sides. More for you. Victor Ruiz was a Valencia player between 2011 and 2014, scoring once in 59 league appearances before his switch to Villarreal. Okay, then we have Valencia's Denis Cheryshev made 61 La Liga appearances for Villarreal in 2 spells at the club in 2014 and 15, and from 2016 to 18, scoring 6 times. He swapped Villarreal for Valencia last summer. Gonçalo Pacienza, it was on Porto's books between 2002 and 2018 when he joined Eintracht Frankfurt. He made only 10 first-team appearances. Wow, they really did not believe in him. However, he has had several loan spells elsewhere before moving to Germany, so he would want to definitely spank Benfica. Benfica's Haris Seferovic was an Eintracht player from 2014 to 2017. When he moved to Lisbon, he scored 16 times in 86 appearances for Frankfurt. Also, Slavia Praha's Miroslav Stoch was on Chelsea's books between 2006 and 2009, making only 5 first-team appearances, all as substitutes. So he would want to definitely get back at Chelsea for not featuring him in their first team. More tidbits. Benfica have lost their last 3 games against German clubs, including a home loss and an away loss and defeats against Bayern Munich in this season's UEFA Champions League group stages. That defeat by Bayern in Lisbon ended Benfica's 5-match unbeaten run at home to German visitors. Their record is now 11 wins, 8 draws, and 3 losses. So, not good form against German clubs right now for Benfica. The Eagles have, however, lost their last 4 matches in Germany, where their total record is 2 wins, 6 draws, and 16 losses. Oh boy. More tidbits. Eintracht's only previous experience of Portuguese opposition was an away goals defeat against Benfica's great rivals Porto in the 2013-2014 UEFA Europa League round of 32. Next, Napoli coach Carlo Ancelotti was Chelsea's manager between 2009 and 2011. His record against Arsenal with the Blues was 3 wins and 1 loss. That's it for the tidbits, guys. I hope you enjoyed my reaction to the UEFA Europa League draw and my early predictions. Let me know if I missed any big talking points in the comment section down below. Also, add any tidbits if you like. Let me know who you think will win the whole competition, man. Is it Arsenal? Is it Chelsea? Is it Napoli? Or will we see a shock winner like Slavia Praha or Eintracht Frankfurt? One of these teams will really need it. But guys, if you're new around here, consider hitting the subscribe button, smash the thumbs up button, and until my next video, peace out, Rich Squad.